What's more important to you in a Tucson home? Are you looking for modern style, or are you looking for something more unique, funky, and full of charm? Are you okay with the homeowners association, or would you rather stay away from those rules and fees? Are you looking for something in the outskirts of town, or do you want to be right in the middle of the city of Tucson where all the action is? Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, and depending on how you answer those questions, you may be leaning toward a new construction home, or you may be more interested in an existing construction home. At the end of this video, hopefully you'll know a little bit more about both, so if you're moving to Tucson and looking to purchase a home here, you'll have more knowledge about our architecture here and what different communities, both new and old, might have to offer you. At the end of this video, we'll talk about which type of home is less expensive, so make sure you're sticking around for that. If you learn anything in this video, I'd be honored if you smack the like button and punch the red subscribe button so we can hang out together in future Tucson and real estate videos. And of course, I'd love for you to explore this channel if you'd like to learn more about the city of Tucson and surrounding areas. Don't be afraid to give me a call if you'd like to purchase a new or existing construction home. All my information is in the description below each of these videos. So what are the pros and cons of Tucson homes of any age? Let's start with new construction. New construction homes have gotten incredibly popular lately, especially because there's such a low inventory of existing construction houses for sale, and buyers are sick of having to deal with bidding wars. When buyers have time to wait, they often seek new construction homes in newer subdivisions, and there are many pluses to purchasing a new build. New construction homes are going to have everything that you could expect in a new build. The number one most obvious plus is that they are new. That means new roof, new HVAC unit, new plumbing, new electric throughout, brand new appliances. Every single thing in the home is going to be brand new, which means that if you take good care of all these things, it could be a good 20 to 30 years before you have to replace any of these items, maybe even longer. And new construction homes usually have warranties on their work, so even if you have issues with the roof for the first couple of years, you might be able to call the builder out and they might be able to fix it for you. Make sure you read all the warranty information and understand thoroughly before purchasing the home. With a new build home, you have the opportunity to customize it how you want it to be. How many bedrooms do you want? How many bathrooms? Do you want an extended garage? Do you want shelves in your shower? Do you want a double oven in your kitchen? What type of flooring do you want in the living room? You are the designer. And new construction builders these days make it so easy for you to pick from all the different options. There are so many different colors and textures and sizes to choose from, but most of these builders have websites that you can go to pick and choose what you like, and it just makes it so much more simple and less overwhelming than it used to be. Another thing that's nice about new construction homes that many people don't realize is that many builders have preferred lenders that they use, and if you use their preferred lender, they will often give you a credit toward your closing costs. The standard that I usually see is around $4,000 to $5,000 credited at closing, although I have seen up to 3% the cost of the home. That means you could potentially have your entire closing costs waived when you purchase a new build home if you use their preferred lender, sometimes even more. Again, make sure you read all the fine print and understand everything when you're going through the process. There are a lot of fantastic mortgage lenders out there, and you don't want to go with a bad one just so that you can save a couple bucks at closing. So make sure you interview several lenders and learn all about what they can offer you before you commit to any one. Sometimes other lenders offer discounts or low fees as well. So what are some of the hidden costs to purchasing a new construction home that buyers often don't think about? Well, first of all, when a new construction home advertises saying that the base price is such and such, it never is such and such. As a matter of fact, most of the buyers I know purchase upgrades that end up costing about 20% the cost of the base price of the home. In other words, if the base price is $400,000, for example, you might end up paying $80,000 in upgrades to customize the home to get it the way you want it to be. And you might not think that you would order that many upgrades, and maybe you really wouldn't, but if you're purchasing a brand new home and you have the opportunity to make it exactly how you want it to be, and if this is your forever home, Why wouldn't you get some upgrades to make it the way you like it? If you're not purchasing a home so that you can customize it yourself, why even purchase a new construction home in the first place? You might as well just go find one that's similar enough to what you're looking for that already exists. The other extra upgrade you will pay for is almost definitely going to be the lot itself that the home sits on. Most sites have standard lot sizes, but then they also have cul-de-sac lots, corner lots, lots on bigger plots of land, lots that back up to the desert with gorgeous mountain views so you don't have to look into your neighbor's yard every time you go out in your back porch, etc. Those nicer lots are going to cost more than the standard lot. In some cases, you may even end up in a bidding war with other buyers for those bigger and more popular lots. I've seen lots cost $5,000, $10,000, and I've seen lots cost $85,000, and I've seen everything in between. So if the property you're purchasing is selling for a base price of $400,000, and if you put $80,000 worth of upgrades into the home, and then you purchase a lot for $50,000, you're going to end up paying around $530,000. And that might be perfectly fine with you, especially if you're getting your dream home on your dream lot in your dream subdivision. But I just like my buyers to be prepared for this because most buyers think that the base price is the final price, and that is just not generally true with new construction. Don't forget about the fact that depending on which builder and subdivision you move into, your yard might not be landscaped. Sometimes new construction builders will landscape the front yard for you, or you might have an option between different types of plants or bushes or cactus that you can put in front, but you're usually on your own to landscape the backyard. This might not be a problem for you because you might be happy to just keep the dirt, and you also might be thrilled to customize your backyard exactly how you want it to be. But it might cost a pretty penny to put in backyard bushes or trees, rock, flagstone, or extras such as turf or a fire pit or even a swimming pool. Last but not least, don't forget about the fact that you pay for a new construction home with your time. The standard used to be 6 months to build a custom dream home, but now it's taking more like 8 months, sometimes longer. That means you might have 8 full months, maybe 10, maybe 12, of paying rent for that whole period of time of not being able to move. And that might not be a problem for you, but if anything falls apart with the transaction on your new build home, you're stuck without a house, and in the meantime, house prices on existing construction will probably have risen. So a home that would have been $350,000 when you started the new build process might be $400,000 now, which might be out of your price range. And here's one last thing about new construction that might be a plus or a minus depending on your preferences. Almost all new construction subdivisions these days in Tucson come with a homeowners association, and therefore HOA rules and dues. And some of these newer communities that I'm seeing are actually pretty cool, with community pools and even splash pads and fitness centers and nicely maintained grass and playgrounds for the kids and ramadas with benches, and some are gated. But of course, these things cost money and they need to be maintained. So if you aren't the type of person who likes paying homeowners association dues, and if you don't like homeowners association rules, new construction is probably not going to work for you. That being said, there are plenty of other homes in Tucson that are existing construction that also have homeowners associations. So it is less and less likely these days that any home you purchase will not have an HOA. So what do existing construction homes in Tucson have that new builds just don't have? Existing construction is more likely to be near something, anything, because even though Tucson and its suburbs are growing, there's only so far that the communities can grow. Tucson is surrounded by mountains and national park land and Native American reservations, so there are only certain areas that new construction homes can be built in. Most of our new construction homes are being built on the outskirts of town and a little bit off the beaten path. That might work perfectly for you, but if you work in the city or if you have relatives or friends way across town, it's gonna be a long commute to get to them. You're more likely to be closer to things like businesses, restaurants, shopping, schools, museums, and literally everything else if you purchase a home that's already existing. because some of the new construction homes are kind of far out. That being said, even if you feel like you're buying a new construction home in the middle of nowhere right now, who's to say it won't be more built up in the next 5 to 10 years? When I was a kid, Marana, Arizona was barely even on the map, and today I'm selling homes in Marana to buyers like crazy. It's a very popular area and it's growing bigger all the time. Existing construction homes will be more likely to be on larger lots. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the land running out. Some of our older construction homes in Tucson were built in Midtown and the foothills area and the southern parts of the city. And when those homes were built 70 to 100 years ago, there was more land to go around. The newer construction homes that are being built today are less likely to be on large lot sizes. You can find new construction homes on lots that are big enough for a pool. You just have to pay a decent chunk of change to get them. Existing construction is more likely to be a little more unique and funky and have more personalized charm. Most of these new construction communities these days are pretty standard, cookie cutter if you will, and most of the homes look pretty similar and sit pretty close together on the lots. Today's existing construction, particularly homes built in the 90s or prior, are more likely to have unique and cool architecture that many people love. Things like exposed beams in the ceilings, concrete floors, Southwestern style cabinets or tiles, cool individualized styles that set your home apart from others. Last but not least, let's talk about price. Which is more expensive, new construction or a home that's already built? Well, the answer is, it depends on how you look at it. In general, you will probably pay more money to purchase a brand new construction home if you take into account the home, the upgrades, the lots, and the price to landscape your backyard. But guess what? Once you purchase that property, you probably won't have to change a thing about the home for 1 or 2 or 3 decades, especially since the home will probably have multiple warranties on the work done, and since you customized it exactly how you wanted it to be in the first place. With an existing construction home, you might want to repaint the entire exterior right away, or the dishwasher might go out after a year, or the HVAC unit could die the first summer you own the house. You might need a new roof within 5 years, etc. All those things cost money. And in today's world, with multiple bidding wars on existing construction homes, most houses in Tucson are selling for way over list price anyway. If you can reserve a spot on a new construction subdivision, the price is what it is. So it's all about your preferences and what you want in a home and community. As a born and raised Tucsonan, I love existing construction because I love our Southwestern architecture, but as a real estate agent, I love new construction too. If you can find a good builder with a good reputation and your dream model home being built in a nicer, newer subdivision in your favorite part of town, then I call that a win. I hope you learned a little bit about Tucson's new construction versus existing construction in this video, and if you did, give it a like on your way out the door and subscribe for more future Tucson and real estate content. Check out the rest of the videos on this channel to get a little bit more of a taste of what Tucson has to offer you, and don't forget to reach out to me to buy or sell a Tucson new or existing construction home. All my contact information is in the description below each of my videos. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next Tucson video.